Hello, 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 everyone. This is Ellen Campbell coming to you with Campbell's Creation. And today I am working on the blocks I was making to do a couple twin size quilts. And let me get this pulled up, y'all, where I can see. Um, there it is. Might have to turn this volume. Okay. I got it up here on the bigger screen so I can see. Okay. Now if I can just pull it up on this one. No. Oh, I found it. Oh, hello, Kathy, for Kathy Quilts and Crafts. Good morning. She said, good morning, Miss Ellen. Hello, Dora Camarino. She said, hi, Ellen. Hello, Gladys Paul, the Confident Quilter. Hello. Got an echo feedback. Kathy Quilt said, okay. All right. Okay. I know I might be in a little bit earlier today, but I come on in because y'all know lately I've been feeling kind of rough up and down all kind of ways. And I'm working on these blocks that I was doing for the quilt. I was showing everybody how I made these blocks and pressed my seams open. And now I have some 4-inch strips that I'm going to sew around these. And I'm not doing the framing, sewing them in as a frame because I didn't really like how that come out. I have a few that I did frame, but I'm not going to frame them. I just have that one that I'm right here that I'm going to, I went back and kind of fixed the corners and I ironed it, to get my seams open, but I'm not going to use this kind of framing. I'm going to use, let me show you, I got one made, but I'm going to use this kind of framing. Can y'all see the seams? One here, one here. I'm going to use this kind of framing. And I already have some seams, some strips cut here. And I'm using the 4-inch strips on this like this, so it'll make my block just a little bit bigger. And I like doing this because it kind of helps the quilt look fuller and scrappier, which they is scrappy quilts. And I like making scrappy quilts. I still have some I gotta get quilted up, y'all. I've been so sick, I ain't been able to do nothing. I know y'all can imagine here in my mind when I was like, Lord, if I get this machine, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Yep, we do that, don't we? But we forget to say, if you give me the willing and able body to carry on. So, using a 1/4-inch seam allowance, I'm going to go on. Dora Camarina said, good to see you. Look thin. Are you losing weight? Dora, I promise you I'm not trying, but I really can't help it much Ozempic. That Ozempic won't let you eat nothing. And I'm taking it because that's the kind of insulin I'm on. And it kind of helps you keep your A1C down, all while it reduce your weight some as well. So that's where I'm at with that one. Got that on. Now I'm using cotton fabric with these stabilized interface and infused fabric on the back. So what I have to do for these seams, I have to get my little ironing board here and turn it over and go ahead and press these seams open one by one. One by one. And I've been so worried about getting this done because these are the ones I really want to donate to some homeless people somewhere. I haven't decided who they is or where they are located. But it's gonna be cold. I think this winter gonna be a rough winter. Now, I could be wrong. I'm trying to get this out seam to lay open. I have a little steam in here too, so I'm using a little steam on these to make sure my seams lay open. I don't have a clapper or anything. I used to have a regular normal piece of 2x4. And believe me, it worked it. But I been doing moving some stuff around till my 2x4 got packed down. So that's what I'm up against. Okay, I got it pressed open here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this around and use this other piece. Line it up. Make sure it's enough to cover. And it is. Find my 1/4 inch seam allowance. I lock in my stitches. It don't take no whole lot of back and forth to lock them in. I just lock them in. Readjust my hand. Whoa. I don't want no crooked seam either. Everything trying to stick to me, I guess. Now the way I cut this off to make sure all of them the same size is I cut all my strips the same size, which are 4-inch strips. And this is not a quilt pattern. This is something regular that anybody can do and make a design out of it. And when I say make a design, I laid my patchy thing way over there. Let me press this seam open because I'm on this thick, heavy-duty fabric. I've got my ironing board down here, y'all. So I got it close to me because I can't get up and down and up and down. I used to could do it, but the world is changing. So much is going on. If it can happen, most likely it will. I like this little iron. It's a Hamilton Beach. Nothing fancy. A regular Walmart iron. I'm not sure if it was $12 or $18. I didn't want anything fancy. I just wanted something anybody can go to the store and get and use it. Something regular. It do the job. It'll work. I'm trying to get some of these wrinkles out of this fabric. Ooh, this steam coming through this thing. Tan me up. I'm just trying to I had some wrinkles in the fabric, and I was trying to work some of those out, but it's all good. And I grabbed the next strip, same color. It takes about 2 of these to complete one block. These are strips I cut from fat quarters. And y'all wouldn't believe where I found these fat quarters at. Y'all might say, "No, Miss Ellen." Yes, I did. These some Dollar Tree fat quarters. What? Who are you talking to? I'm live. Okay. Well, now her voice will be in our video. I've been missing so much sewing fun. I just been missing it, not feeling well with these headaches and nose run and drain and stuff. And I had to figure out what was going on with me. I'm like sick, can't hold no food on my stomach. Dora said, oh, okay, she's speaking. I'm so glad to see y'all today. I am so glad. I've been missing y'all. It seemed kind of ironic, but yes, I was missing y'all. But I remembered when I'm sick, if I can't sew, and if I was working on anything, if I can't go live, I can some posts, keep some kind of update going on. That steam laying these things on down. That steam ain't playing. It's hot. You have to turn it. Now that's the only thing on doing blocks like this. When I ironed it out, add these pieces and iron it out. Okay. See, I have some shorts here, right? I don't throw these away. I go on and before I just move on to the next strip, I go ahead and attach these. Because I don't want it to get lost and I can extend. It will probably be a scrappy strip, but it's all the same fabric. And my new eyeglasses should be getting ready soon. They've been gone, I think, 2 weeks now. Or is this the second week? They'll be ready. It seems like it's almost 3 weeks to me. And on this one, I just finger press my seam open. I used to love finger pressing, y'all. I get to do it today. Like that. And now I lay this aside. I have an air purifier beside me, so I just lay it on it. And I have to have one of those too because I'm in my basement. And y'all know that basement have that old. It got a basement smell. I don't like it. I be trying to put some everything down here to remove that basement smell. But then I had to realize these some old houses. Okay, stop. Line everything up. Readjust. Done. Now, flip this over. And cut it off at the line. Like that. Have another little piece. Well, I guess before I iron this, let me sew this to this. Right sides. I used to love saving my scraps and strips and stuff, y'all. I still like it because I was just reminded. I was watching another friend's video and I was reminded how much I like scraps. Scraps and crumbs and strips and all that stuff. I can just, it has me kind of reminiscing when I be sewing crumbs and when I be sewing my little scripts making stuff. It keeps me in a position where I want to sew. When I remember all that stuff, let me get this seam press open. I be remembering, and then when I can't do it, it really brings me down. You have 150 things going through your head at one thing, like, oh Lord. So I learn now to just accept the things I can't change. And to change the things I can change. And just keep the wisdom to know the difference. I like the way this steam press these seams on open. I really love it. I don't think I had the time to tell anyone about the reason, really reason why I press my seams open, right? And I remind y'all, I've been sewing a long time since I was 8 years old. My mama started me sewing by a hand needle. And I'm recently learning now the style of quilting I learned when I was small was called I don't know if it's kawachi. Um it's either Kwanzi style, but it's when you're sitting there quilting quilt by hand and you're trying to make the smallest stitches you can. But on Kwanzi, I think you make a longer stitch, but maybe I can't pronounce the word, and I tell y'all I can't. I'm sorry I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm thinking it's called Kawachi. Oh, it started with a W or something. Onesie or something like that. And I'm like, I grew up all my life sewing like that until my mama went. I told y'all the story where my mama went and bought a sewing machine. And at that time, my mama couldn't sew at all, not one lick on a machine. But she got a because she said I was young, I can learn, I can use it, and I can do some sewing. And I told my mama, I want to help you to sew. I want to help you make your quilts. You tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. And for the longest, when I came home from school, if I didn't have no homework to do, I was on that sewing machine. I think I'm gonna start using my blue. And the sewing machine she purchased was a black senior, like the one I got. I had done some of my sewing on, and I love those machines. They is a workhorse. Um, I can't remember what happened to my mother's sewing machine. I can't remember at all. Something might have happened after I left home, because I did have a younger sister, and she used to sew a little bit on the sewing machine as well, but not much as I did. I used to sew so much to where I was making curtains and pillows and just a lot of stuff. But I also took home economics 2 years in high school. So I was familiar with the sewing machine because I had one at home. And I was so good at what I was doing in class till, everybody was like, would you help me? Would you help me? And I had to go up to my teacher. Well, I went up to my teachers to get permission to be able to help others. That way I wouldn't get myself in trouble. Let me get this seam pressed open. And I did that because the teacher I had back then, everybody used to say she was a mean teacher. I wouldn't want to be in her class. She real mean. I'm like, she was the best teacher. I enjoyed being in her class. Her class was the highlight of my day. And they was calling her mean. I'm like, that ain't mean. She just want to tell you the truth. If you gotta listen, you want to learn something. And she was an elderly lady too. And I'm thinking that's the size of it. Teenagers they're real rough on elderly people when it ain't going their way. All right. This thing working good. That's the only part I got. Pressing this seam. Keeping these seams pressed open as I go, because this is knit fabric. I showed y'all how I took the knit fabric and I stabilized it with fusible interfacing, and then I went on and sewed my blocks together and I made 4 patches. Now I'm framing these 4 patches in colors. color frames, which create the full block. Now, I'll measure this one for y'all when I'm done. Tell y'all how big it come out. Cause I'm thinking my squares are 4-inch squares. I gotta get up to... My squares are 4-inch squares, and then I sewed them into 4 packs. Lock in my stitch on the end of all the squares. Then I flip my fabric over. And you see when I flip it over, I got this tail hanging, so I can see what I have to trim off here. And I just go ahead and trim this off. Now I have a small piece left. I'm going to save it over here until I get some more. See how I trim that? With the plumb line of the 4 patch. Okay, I'm going to press my seam open because the best thing I've learned to press the seams open. Those that know how to fold the seams and lay them, good for you. Everybody just do y'all best at, whatever way you know how to do it. But for me, I have to press them open. And my reason for that is when you quilting the quilt. When you quilting the quilt and them seams laid open, that is real nice. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Sandra K. She said, hello, Miss Ellen. Hello, June Hanson. Hi, Miss Ellen. Sandra K. Okay. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Yes, Dora, I've been losing weight. I ain't trying. Well, taking those Ozempic, for diabetes, it'll help you lose weight. But in the process too, it affects folk different. It affects you different. And I know for me, it took my appetite. And the way it took my was it kept me nauseated. And I had these this nauseated sensation and didn't like it. Still don't like it. So what I did, I went back to my doctor and I told my doctor what I was experiencing, going through. And I said, I cannot take no more of those 5 milligram shots. He lowered it down to 1. So the 1 has been really working well for me. But when I first started taking them 5, ooh, my weight started shedding like hot butter. All right. I thought I had more than 1 piece saved, but I guess I was wrong. I sure been missing y'all. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I really, really, really have been missing y'all. I was able to get up and go to church Sunday. I was happy for that because I missed a few Sundays, 2 or 3 of them. And being able to go was just icing on the cake. Had to check that to make sure I was on the right side of this piece. And I was trying to work on a quilt swap man. Any of y'all heard of the White Elephant Quilt Swap 2004? Well, I done jumped up and got in it. I hadn't did anything all year from the ups and downs I've been through, and I said, you know what? This gonna be my pickle up. I got in the White Elephant Quilt Swap. All right. I gotta press this seam here open too, so I'm just taking my time here for a minute. Get things kind of going. Get this seam pressed open here. Now this seam on this and the rugged. So I am definitely, oh, my eye shut itself off. Well, I just made it come back on, so it's still hot. I'm going to be so glad to get my new glasses when they're ready, because I can see with these, but I can tell I got a vision distraction or something going on. And when I put on the new glasses with the new, I can see. Look like the whole world just lights up. Then my doctor told me my glaucoma might be back. So if I'm messing with glaucoma, I better be careful. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, I guess I'm done with that. I just bumped myself. Y'all want to see if I can move? Let me keep burning myself. Ooh, that steam got me good. I ain't gonna try that no more. I'm gonna have to add some more to it. Let me get another strip to add this last piece across. Now, did I tell y'all these was Dollar Tree fat quarters? It seems through the light, it seems, wait a minute. I got light reflecting here. You can see a little light, but this really some good fabric. And besides, I'm gonna do my best, but I'm gonna also give it away. And I promise you, wherever it lands, they're gonna enjoy it. I've been while I was laid up, y'all, I've been having I was having issues, thought I had to move and stuff. But I'm hoping and praying that's not the case. Even now, after signing a new lease, I'm still kind of up in the air, and I've been watching tent living in a tent full time. And I tell you, when I saw living in a tent full time, I said, look, if that's what I push got to shove, that's what I might have to come to. I said, I can get me a tent, set that tent up on some good days. I want the blow up tent. That way, that tent will be my sewing studio. I said, I bet ain't nobody thought about a tent as a sewing studio. Yep. Get one of those blow-up tent and make a studio. Sew these right sides together before I forget which side's my right side. I think that heat kind of nipped at me good. Alrighty. I have thread tails, and when you can't see good, you're gonna have all kind of thread tails hanging and left. So I always try to go back, pull out what I can pull out, because I already know I can't see. Can't see too good, no way, but I can make it out. All right. This side. Cut this thread tail off, because if I don't get it now and I go to putting these blocks together to make a quilt, it gonna throw something off. I'm gonna put this on this end down here. Keep it away from my meat, my body. All right. Not if I find favor in your sight. Yeah, that hot steam come. Let me move this out. This iron is not playing around. Y'all hear me? This iron gets the job done. I like an iron that gets me in with it. I just like it. All right. I done sat here, y'all, and ran my mouth and got two up. Can you see that? Bring it a little closer, get you some of the color going on, the blue, the purple, the pink. And I think that'll be real nice. Put them all over here together. Those are my big ones. You know what? That got some cute colors in it, don't it? I think I'm going to pull out the green. Do this one with green. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Let me mute y'all a minute. Just excuse me. I ain't going nowhere. Just excuse me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. If y'all hadn't noticed, I put up a couple pictures in my community page, and if you look at them kind of closely, you will see this left side of my face in this area. It was a little swollen and puffiness. And when I looked at the picture, I didn't really pay that much attention, but I knew I had something going on, an infection with my sinus and stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, oh wow, my face was swole big. I have TMJ. And what TMJ is, it's like arthritis in your facial bones and structure, and it sets up the inflammation and stuff in your joints, and it drains out through your sinuses. And my sinus has been sore and hurting and stuff, and I'm like, I went to the doctor like I got an infection, something going on here. He put me on a Z pack, and the Z pack did pretty good. I finished my Z pack, but I still have one dose of the medicine that drains off the inflammation. I mean, if I'm not paying attention to myself, everything's just sneak up on me at one time. Just sneaks up. And before you know it, I'm out of the game. um Checking my comments. Okay. Have I been missing anything, y'all? Because I know I ain't been able to check everybody's channel like I've been wanting to and try to. I could only go so far, then I'll be tired till I just fall asleep. Sometimes I catch myself sitting up, falling asleep, and I'm like, I just tell myself sometime, oh, Ellen, you done got old. I said, but being old don't mean you done for. Being old means you just got everything priority line up. You know what you want. Go on, do it. All right, that look kind of cute. I like that green. Let me get the seam press open and I can get some more of this green on here. If I can see how to open this up, ain't that something? I got to get my fixed. Especially if I'm gonna be talking about going camping. I need the vision fix. What y'all been working on? What y'all have under y'all needles? Ooh. All right. See, do this meat. I have a marking on my sewing machine here that was in, this is a Juki 2000 QT, no, a Juki TL 2000 QT. Mm-hmm. I done had this machine probably over 10 years now. And it's still a workhorse. It is a workhorse. It reminds me of the black seniors. I can remember times I used to sew. Used to make bedspreads and curtains, and I call it a room in a bag. I used to make those sets and sell them for like 25 bucks just cause I like making them. And then I was quilting them, straight row quilting them on a sewing machine. So it'll be, like a 4-inch seam, 4-inch, every 4-inch was a seam. I would make them just like that and they would sell like hotcake. And back then, that's how I was taking care of my family. I've been pop-ups, you know, when it's just you, mama gone, daddy gone, sister and brothers gone, you got to rely on your own self. So I did what I had to do because I had young children. I had young children and they had to go to school, and I wasn't letting them go to school looking no any kind of way. I made sure their hair was right and their clothes was right. And as a poor family, I could only do them 2 pair good shoes, but they had other shoes too that they would play in. I made sure that they had at least 2 pair good shoes for going to school, and another good pair, like what I call good shoes was I would get them a pair of Reeboks, and then I would get them a pair of Felines or something like that. And the rest of them, they can be like foot flops or some shoes or somewhere. Something to have on to play around the house in. And they did very well with that. And I did my children's hair myself. Every weekend, we call it movie day, hair and movie. We'll pick out a movie coming on satellite, because we had satellite dish. We lived in the country. Country folks with the chicken, the eggs, the cow, the dog, the hog, all that good stuff. And we just enjoyed each other and what we had. We didn't have a whole lot of toys and stuff. Maybe that's why when my baby sister got grown, she used to buy her children so many toys, the yard would be full of toys. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. I said, but you work for it. It's your money. You do what you want to do. I done went off. I done create myself a diversion. Got off track real quick. I done ruined my scene. No, it's not run. Not too bad. I ain't gonna take it or lose. It's still gonna come out right. Okay. This is my right side. And this side. Anybody have any questions? Because you can use knit fabric. You just have to go the extra mile, do the extra work. It's the same way in making t-shirt quilts. Hi, guess who, Nancy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? I'm glad to see you. I'm glad I'm feeling better, y'all, because that last video I did, I wasn't feeling good then, but I was pushing myself because I'm like, I'm always sick, fussing at myself, telling myself, you always sick. Why is you all postponing? What's going on? I don't know, but I had to think about that thing. And I said, something ain't right about this. I had to start praying and calling in prayer warriors. Look, pray for me to break every chain, every curse, every spell that went up against me. What am I doing? And I pray, I also pray, ask the Lord, if I'm doing something wrong or out of your will, show it to me so I can correct it. I don't mind a little correction here and there. Sometimes we can go the wrong direction. And it's easy. But ain't nobody gonna want to really correct you too fast. They'll let you stick out like a sore thumb, long as you want to be that thumb. All right. This green is pretty. I like this green as well. I might not have to. Yes, I do. Oh no, that's enough. Okay. All right. I'm glad these edges going. It ain't flipping the seam back on me. I've been missing this, y'all. Okay, just waiting for the orthopedic doctor to call me. All right, guess who, Nancy? I've been having some arthritic issues myself, along with the sinus issue and just being sick in general. I'm so tired of being sick till it made me sick being tired of being sick. I don't think I ever been sick like this. Like, what can change? What in the world is going on? All right. I got some more blocks around here somewhere I gotta find. And I think I put them in one of my vehicles because I was about to take a road trip. My daughter had called me, something had happened. And I loaded up my car, y'all. I loaded it up because I was about to go. And she told me, Mama, don't you come down that highway in that thing. I said, in what thing? She said, in that van. I said, who told you? Who told you? I know how it is to be sick and ain't got nobody. You wondering, like, I need help and I ain't got none. That's a bad feeling. I done been there and done it, been through it all. Can y'all see the green? This green surrounding pulls out the little green leaves, all the green trimming. It's just a little in here, but none in there. This is blue and white and red. All right. Thank you. Guess who Nancy said pretty? Thank you. Well, I have a pile of them. I don't know how many I need like this. It's not enough. Well, I don't know. I got quite a few of them done. I'm gonna have to lay them out and check out my measurements for a twin size. Um, when I get the measurements, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna trim these to make sure I'm gonna measure them to make sure all of them the same size first, because it's important to make sure all of them is the exact same size. And once they're the same size, I can lay them out, see where the color's gonna flow and lay, and then go from there. It's gonna be twin size, and I might have enough blocks to just lay them out, and something might say add some more sections between each blocks and down the middles. Now, if I do it like that, I might be able to get about 3 of them, in which that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's just a way for me to be able to give back somebody something. And I'm looking to find me a big spool of felt. Now, I don't mention this maybe too many times on my channel that I like making warm quilts, and I can quilt my quilts with just felt on the inside. And if y'all don't believe me, give it a try. Get your felt as the batting. You don't even have to add extra batting, but you can if you want to. But I always put the felt next to the lining, underneath lining, and then the batting on top of the felt, and then the quilt top on top of the batting. But with this, I'm just going to use the felt. And once you get under there, if you got enough room to cover your head, cover your head. The heat from your breath and your body is going to stay under this quilt. Yep, it's going to stay under there. My daughter will not use no other kind of quilt because she said, Mama, this the only kind keep me warm. And I said, yep. I can remember making quilts, y'all, using cotton from the field. But the way we would get our cotton is you will have to let them pick the cotton from the field and send it to the gins. And once that cotton has been processed and washed, they'll pack it down into a bale. But sometimes they bales don't go together good, and they'll take that cotton and sack it up. They'll put it in some type of plastic, polyester bag or something. And you could buy a big, long, tall bag at like about $20 at that time. So I was married at 16, y'all. So my husband was working. And At that time, I was able to say, well, huh, mother, I call my mama Mud Dear. Here, Mud Dear, here's $40. Let's get us 2 bags of cotton so we could be doing some quilts. My mama was happy. She said, okay, we can get some cotton and do some quilts. Because my mama would piece quilts summer, winter, spring. We just sold all the time, y'all, all the time. I can remember walking into the house, and back then, even back then, we had air conditioning. And the air conditioner would be running and the house would be cool. And sometime I go in from school, a lot of company at our house because they be wanting to keep cool too. And my parents was the kind of parents, they didn't really tell many people no at all. They would help who they can help. They would welcome in who they could welcome in and turn around and cook dinner and feed them all. Yeah, feed them all. That's why I can remember the community coming together, helping you to slaughter hogs. Come together. If somebody killing cows, they'll help you to slaughter your cows. And they wouldn't charge you nothing. But they did not leave empty-handed. They would have some meat, give them some meat or a shoulder, something. You give them something to show your appreciation for their help. I can remember helping my mama and my father process pork meat. Now, young as I was, I had all this meat on this table and I had to cut it up, put it in the grinder, grind it up to make ground meat. And once I got it ground all up, I put it in a pan where my mother would take it and zip bag it up, freeze pack it. And just from those experiences alone, I think it helped me. It helps me go a long way. And sometimes I just wonder, is we going to have to go back to those ways, But yeah, it's all a part of enjoying what you do, whether it's sewing or quilting or crochet or knitting or latch hooking. It's so many wonderful skills. Painting. I done tried my hand at painting several times. I used to love to try to paint different stuff. I even made myself a cup. I turned a cup, and before I finished that cup, I painted, hand painted what I wanted on there, and then I sealed it up, let it dry. I carried that cup around for a long time. I still got it somewhere. But I recently got me a new cup, and it's one of the big, tall ones with the long straw. I've been thinking about taking off the decoration on that cup and redoing it to something I want. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 of these done so far. You know what? 9 might be just what I need to make a nice twin size quilt. So if I could take 9 and do this, oh wow, y'all look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This would be another quilt right here. Oh, I have so many of these blocks. I have so many of these blocks. And not only just that, I have quite a few I've been working on here using a smaller smaller framing on them. And I have a pile here. And I have a pile here that I have all sewn up. Open, press the seam open. And I have a big stack here that I have fused the interfacing on it. And I have a bunch of more that need fusing. I mean, so many. I mean, I'm going to do what I can do. That's all I can do. Just do what I can do. Try to get them ready. And once I get them ready, I got to look into backings to go on them. And I'm going to do these first because winter is coming and it means something to me. It's kind of important to me to get it done. And I just find me some homeless people and just give them to them. Just give them to them out of love, out of kindness. Just give them to them because the town I'm in have a lot of homelessness and people do ask for help. And most of the help I see that being requested be in groups. And when you see it in a group you in for the town you living in and can't nobody help anybody, it has got really, really, really bad. But most of the time, you know, people get help when they can here and there. I guess I'm not gonna overdo it, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I've been working on. Let me show you this. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna lay this back over there, but this is a patch I made of a sewing machine, and I wasn't too long infused the back with some heat and bond. I think it's heat and bond light. And I just got it connected to that to hold it so I won't lose it. And I also did this map of Africa. The pattern I had made, I cut out a lot of these and I went back and I chose this piece because this is a crumb piece, y'all. Can you see that? It's a crumb piece I did, and I went back and I cut out this continent of Africa using those crumb blocks I made. And I infused my heat and bond to the back, which the paper is still here. I haven't even pulled this off. See that? I'm going to heat it up some more on the end. I need to heat this up some more on the end. And I'm not going to just take it off anyway. I need to stick some more steam and heat on that. I think I'm going to do it right now while I'm reminding myself of it while I'm talking to y'all. Just turn it upside down. Get that heat to pumping and going. Because this the only way you can get it to stick to applique it to some more fabric. It seemed to be transferring pretty good. I'm going to have to find me something else, though, to put on my ironing board when I'm doing this because... Or I could just keep this one cloth here because it makes the wax, when you don't trim it off real fine, that wax will come right off into your ironing board cloth. Woo. And I got this one infused, and it's pretty hot right now. So I'm going to lay it over there, let it cool down. But that's all I've been working on. That's what I've been doing. I've been thinking of considering putting up me a wall behind me, a display wall for my blocks and quilts and stuff, using a cut piece of batting. And I just wanted to see would it work. If it worked, then maybe I could do a little bit more explaining and definition of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and let it be of some help to somebody, anybody. um, let me see. I want to show y'all once again. I used this pollen interface in here for these blocks. I got it at Walmart, and I went on and took the roll and cut everything out. And I have, see this, more blocks, different colors, all kind of colors. And this would be beautiful. Get me some brown fabric or khaki fabric. Just get them infused together and just keep creating. I'm working on quite a few projects at this moment, and I'm kind of trying to do it a little easy, take it easy on myself, because I do have a miniature quilt, wall hanging quilt I have to finish for this quilt swap. And I done one before. I guess it was okay, but this, I want to keep trying it. I want to get better and better at it. I want to get better and better. Right now, my design is the black sewing machine with the log cabin blocks. But yeah, I want to do more. I want to do more. And I can see myself doing more and going further. I'm not going to stop. And I'm not going to stay on here forever. Let me see. I came on a little early. Ooh, I have been really going, haven't I? Okay, well, this gonna end my video for the day. And before I go, I want to say thank you to everybody to join me, everybody to come in and watch my channel. Do give me the thumbs up. And if you have a question, put it in the comment section. I will respond to your question. Sometimes it take me a little while because I've been sick. I've been sleeping through a lot. And when I wakes up, get myself together, then I can check my messages. I can check my email and find out, did somebody comment or not. But I will respond to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. And I appreciate everyone that sent up prayers for me on my behalf of healing and to get well and well wishes. I appreciate that. And I thank y'all. And that will be the end of this video. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye now. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.